Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Zymox, and I'm your chief show attendant. On behalf of the two hosts and the rest of the crew, welcome aboard Weird Wednesday Flight number 13, non-stop, from your current location to parts unknown. Our flight will be of about 2 hours, and we'll be flying at the speed of sound. At this time, make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position, and that your seatbelt is currently fastened. Enjoy the ride.
Whoa, what's up? Welcome to Weird Wednesday, everybody. How's it going? Happy 2025. What was that? Were you like the Jetsons or something?
I
That
think
can't be
so.
right. That can't be right. If somebody started talking to me about 2025 when I was a kid, I would have thought they were from space or something.
Definitely.
You're an alien. You're not real. How's it going, Jamie?
Well, right when you started, my cat just started having a seizure, the one with the bad back legs.
Nice.
Jumped off the bed. He's started just flopping all over the place, the legs. I had to get him settled. He's settled. He's eating right now. And as soon as I get the links shared out, I just need to wrap something around this in a second. I need to slap a little peroxide on it, but
You're bleeding. Yeah.
it's like gushing out my arm right now.
Nice.
But I almost got the links out. How are you doing?
Well,
Yeah, definitely peroxide.
better than you, I guess.
Better than him, poor guy. I mean,
Yeah.
his legs. I think he like jumps down off the bed, and if he doesn't hit the ground the right way, something happens now to one of the legs, and it's like he's. I don't know, like having a seizure. He's like flopping around, but I think it's the legs. I don't think it's like neurological.
Yeah,
But
my
he's
dog.
eating.
Yeah. My dog had seizures for a little while. It was weird. She just like for several months she would just have them. I thought she was gonna like croak in my arms one day, but
I've
she
had it
hasn't.
happen.
Yeah. She hasn't had them for a long time now.
In fact, guys were like just on the phone with me when their mama passed.
Yeah.
We had just finished PUBG, and then all of a sudden, her. And then Sunday, she didn't have back leg problems, but she was in the backyard, and all of a sudden, she just yowled one day, and her back legs just dropped, and she fell on the ground and started crying. And I knew I was like 8 minutes from the vet, that I knew she wouldn't make it to the vet. Like she was
Yeah.
going, so I just like laid with her, and it was like, I don't know if it's a heart attack or what, but and like the one that looked like the mama died in a month, like just like died with the tongue sticking out, and then the one that's like him that had back legs died after a year, same way mama. Their faces, everything the same, and they all said
Wow.
because like they were inbred so much, um, that they all had got something from the mama.
Yeah.
But he's lasted the longest out of all the babies, and I have the daddy.
Hmm.
But he got me good, like right. I mean, he got me real deep.
Right in the wristula.
Well, not in the wrist, right in the hand, right there.
Not really.
It's like right where it folds, though, and two of the back nails together.
Little Freddy Krueger's ass.
I'm more just shook up because of just dealing, like thinking, oh gosh, like what am I gonna have to deal with right now?
Mm. So what is up with all the weird stuff going on? Is it planned? Is it just happening? Is it a coincidence? You got all these weird UFO things being seen. You got all this weird drone stuff being seen. You got bombs going off everywhere now. You got shootings happening left and right.
Trucks driving through buildings and people.
Yeah. Has the world just all of a sudden gone crazy at the end and the beginning of the new year? Or was it maybe jotted down somewhere to happen that way for certain reasons? Yeah, nothing is coincidence, exactly.
Supposedly there's a lot more explosives around, and so I was worried about terror cells or sleeper cells.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, did they use the Tesla as a thing because it was Trump Tower and like Elon and him, or was that just? But then I found out, about the other. That was the same.
I mean, that's a hell of an expensive car to just blow to smithereens.
One
Somebody.
of them, the other one from, what was it, New Orleans? I think they had it like shipped from somewhere. But it was like heavy, really, really heavy. Oh, and that was probably packed with explosives. I think there's going to be a lot more right before inauguration time or
19
after.
days?
Hmm?
19 days, that's plenty of time for all kinds of havoc to be wreaked upon.
Even before we knew who the president was going to be, I had said like February 18th was a date that has kind of stood out to me.
Yep. Happy New Year's, Debbie's. Yeah, I was saying at the beginning of the show, man, I can't even just fathom that it's 2025. What happened to the last 40 years? I'm still like a little kid riding my bike down the street, being on a skateboard.
Not only that, I was counting the medication for my cats, and I was short this month. Needed it for all January, and then through like the 3rd of February. So I would have, everything I needed to get the next batch. But I'm like, holy crap, see, we're in December, yet here I am already in February. Like,
yeah,
it's December, then it's like March, and then you're in like.
Yeah, it doesn't go by the month anymore. It starts going by the seasons.
Mm-hmm. And then you forget where you are because things change, and you'll get like a feeling. It's like that's a total feels like fall. You're like, wait, what? I'm in spring. Like this ain't fall no more. Like the vibes are all off. Yeah, the kitty's okay. He just jumped back on the bed and he's licking himself now. I'm watching him behind me.
The Tesla with motor fireworks in the back seat. I think it was some stupid rich kid didn't know how dangerous it was to transport mortar.
He was
Yeah.
a guy who I think was from somewhere else, but I believe he somehow got in our military, was a veteran of our own military, and got recruited into the terrorist organization. If I have that right, because I haven't had time to like actually really dig into that one too much.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Pretty if that is the case, man. Well, I heard he didn't make it out of the car anyways, but boy,
Mm.
if it was a kid, I'm sure he didn't buy the car. It's probably mom and dad's car or something. Exactly. We
I
all
think
got
10
some.
people died in Orleans, and I think one in the Tower. Last I heard.
Yeah, New Orleans on Bourbon Street today, and then Trump Tower in
Jason.
Vegas. Yeah, I got some friends that live in New Orleans. It's just like 3 blocks away from where that happened.
You know what they're not talking about anymore?
What's that?
The drones.
Oh, yeah.
Like, have you really heard too much? Like, even on like Newsmax or
Not a whole lot.
anything?
Yeah, just that's last week's news. Oh, drones. That's last week's news. We got bombs
Feels like
this
it's been about 3 days ago. I was like, I don't think I'm really hearing too much. I think they're already phasing this out.
Yeah. I don't know. I saw
Could they
one.
be looking for explosives? That could be around. I still don't really think so.
I saw some YouTube things today, videos. I think they were just clickbait, because it was like Trump orders drones to be shot down. I'm like, that's some bullshit. I don't know. I didn't watch the video, but clickbait, I think. But I'm still wondering, like I mentioned in the last show, I think I mentioned it. Some like an older guy shot one down here in Florida. And well, he didn't shoot it down, he shot at it and hit it, apparently. They're saying they don't know what they are, who owns them, or where they came from. But at the same time, they arrested this guy and told him he did $10,000 worth of damage to the drone, and it's a federal offense to shoot a drone. And I'm like, in the same sentence, they said they didn't know where or who they were. Yeah, that shit doesn't make any sense.
He did that damage to whose drone? And how do they know what it's worth?
Yeah. So right there, either it's complete bullshit or they're completely lying about it, because you can't say you don't know who, where, what, when, anything about it, and then in the same sentence say we're arresting you and you did $10,000 worth of damage to that drone that we know nothing about.
You're not allowed to,
yeah.
That we know nothing about or whose it is.
Yeah.
And then who gets the money for it? Like, so you're gonna you get the money for somebody else's busted drone?
Yeah. Yeah, if I was that guy, I mean, he was like, well, I guess I'm going to need a really good lawyer for this one. But I would say, hey, if you're going to charge me $10,000 for damage, I want to know who I'm paying.
Yeah.
And what it's going for. Whose drone is it that you don't know about?
I want to apologize.
He's going to give you 10 grand just because you want it.
Yeah.
See, now that I can believe. Heather says a drone fell from a show yesterday and killed someone. That I could believe because, that's our technology and somebody was doing that. They do drone shows and all kinds of stuff. And yeah, some of them fall out of the sky all the time because, you know, they're wonky still. As much as they cost, they still have issues. Every time you see a drone show with 100 or 500 drones, there's usually a handful of them that are like, like hit the ground or fall out of the sky or something.
Exactly. And even though they're expensive, they're still cheap,
Mm-hmm.
They just sell them for a lot.
Yeah.
Some potato guns. Yeah.
Yeah. Like punk and chunk on that drones. What are they gonna do? Hey, I
We
wasn't
pull out a big old catapult.
I wasn't aiming at it. They flew in the direction
Yeah,
of my projectile. Yeah, really. Let's send them some more money. Oh yeah, they are. Lots of weirdness going on out there. Yeah, like I was saying the other night, I saw a huge drone coming home from a a nighttime disc golf tournament a couple of weeks back, and I'm just cruising along, and I was like out west of my house here, where there's like nothing. And the whole night that I was playing, I was thinking, damn, I'm seeing like shooting stars and stuff left and right. It's completely dark out there. There's no lights at all, no light garbage, and or light pollution, I guess is the word. But seeing all kinds of stars, I'm thinking, man, I'm gonna see a drone. This got to be the night to see it, Didn't see one at the disc golf course, but on the way home, I'm cruising and I was driving and I look out my windshield and I see these lights and like I'm a drone operator. I know what drone lights look like. And I see this thing up there and I'm like, that's weird looking. It looks like a drone, but the lights aren't the same. And it's freaking huge. And I was cruising and it was kind of going the same direction as me, and I checked. I'm like, is that a plane just way up higher with weird lights? And I'm like, no, that thing's like not far over the treetops. And I pulled my phone out as I'm driving and I'm trying to video it through the windshield. So of course I have, the typical shitty video of a drone, but I think I sent it to you, Jamie, and you can see it like right at the very end and kind of tell how big it is. And yeah, it was weird. No idea. I see drones here all the time. Like I was saying last time on the last show, there's like some county drones and police drones and stuff that fly a certain pattern here all the time. But this was not that. And it was way bigger than what they have. So I don't know what it was, but I can officially say I saw my first mystery drone.
I seen all those crazy birds that came up, and all I saw was the white of these bellies. I'm like, oh shoot, I think there's a bunch of little hobby drones. And then they all came up in this weird pattern. They had black wings. And then I started thinking about like the bird, how the Chinese have all these different bird drones, like the bird sparrow spy drones from like 2019. Then they have the zombie taxidermy bird drones to spy on wildlife, get close to them. And then they have like the white seagull looking ones. They have, the one that looks all totally white and the flappy.
Yeah.
Because I was like, the way they're moving, I thought, well, wait, are they birds? Because then, like, the way they flapped, I thought they could be, I thought, no, I think they're still birds. They weren't making no noises, but they weren't geese.
Hmm.
I thought at first they were the geese because I've been seeing the geese flying around,
Yeah.
um,
I've seen a bunch
doing
of them.
their thing. And I'm like, did something screw with their GPS? Like, why are they acting like this? And then I think Donna said something about pelicans. There's a pelican in the pool. That's like 40 minutes, 45 minutes away from here. Pelicans. I don't think they were pelicans,
Hmm. Yeah.
but it was strange. And I thought, but I thought they were hobby drones, if anything. I didn't think it was like anything
Yeah.
sinister.
It was weird. Like the other day, Sam texted me all freaking out and said she went outside, looked up, and there was like all these black dots like covering everywhere she looked. It was
I
black
saw
dots.
I saw the post.
Yeah. And she's like, I know I can't be the only one that saw this, you know? And then right after that, all these birds appeared. And we, like, right after that, we got these tornado warnings and all kinds of stuff. The wind started going crazy and the weather just went to hell in a handbasket. And it was all right at the same time. And she's like, I don't know what they looked like, tiny drones. I don't know what they were. And I'm thinking, well, maybe it was some kind of bug or something. And then all the birds
Like a bunch
came
of
in.
mosquitoes or something.
Yeah. And she's like, no, it wasn't bugs. I know what I saw. So I don't know. I don't know what it was. But yeah. And then I saw a video the other day. I was showing Darcy that all these people are out on a cruise ship out in the middle of the ocean, and all these moths and birds and everything just start falling out of the sky, and they're landing all on the deck of the boat. So they had to close the deck of the boat because there was so much birds and bugs and moths and everything hitting the deck. They were just falling out of the sky. And they're like, what the hell is going on? Which is pretty weird. That's not normal.
What is normal anymore?
Yeah, exactly. What is normal? To see mystery drones, killer sharks, Florida man, and a high speed chase out on your highways out in California. All in a day's news. That's normal.
We're
Some
living in
bombs,
like
couple
a
shootings.
Sims simulation, like in a Sims game. Basically, all
Yeah,
the dumb stuff that happens in the Sims, like duh, duh, duh, that's us.
yeah. Drake Dragons in Florida. What part of Florida are you in?
Oh,
Yeah, I think something happened in Roswell. I still don't think we went to the moon when we said we did. It's
did you
just my
see what
opinion.
they said? That they're not going to be going back to the moon?
No, I missed that.
Yeah, I put up an article.
Doesn't surprise me though.
Yeah, I know. I'm like shocker.
Why would we not want to go back to the moon? Why would we want to go back to the moon? We've already been there. We
They're
picked up a
talking
couple of
about
rocks.
fast tracking to Mars and how
Yeah,
they want to
right.
be there sooner than they thought.
Yeah. And I'll believe it when I see it. And I don't even know if I'll believe it when I see it. Because I saw him land on the moon, but that doesn't mean shit. And I don't know, man. A lot of things in the world that, you grew up as a kid learning about this, learning about that. What if it all turns out to be a big crock of shit? A total lie.
Seriously. Because who was there to double check like history books and like people wrote stuff down and had like records of this and this and that, and but there's really no way to completely validate a lot of these things,
Yeah.
and a lot of it's just theories based on what people thought people did with whatever or why they did this or had that.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, I like Florida. Lived here my whole life. Good God, my whole life. I'm going to be 61 in a couple of weeks. 61. If somebody told me, Rob, you're going to be 61 in 2025, I would have been like, go crawl back in your hole. You don't know what you're talking about. That's so far in the future.
Did
Now
you ever
it's
think
just
you'd
like,
make it to 61?
hell no.
What's the age that you were
Especially
sure
since
was
my dad died at 38. I didn't think I was going to make it past that.
past 38?
Yeah.
Mine was 17.
Yeah, I don't know. I never thought I would be 61. But hey, now I'm like, damn, how many years do I have left? I better cram as much as I can into them.
Make the days worth it.
Yep.
Not let time pass, basically.
That's what pisses me off is time is passing. It's just way too fast.
Even if you do things like, because, to fill up the whole day, it's like, the day is being completely filled, or there's days where I'm taking advantage of every little minute and relaxing. Either way, it's going way too fast.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I mean, it seems like, a week or two ago I was in Home Depot and they had all the Christmas stuff out and it wasn't even Halloween yet. I'm like, why is the fat man putting all the decorations out and we haven't even got through Halloween, and after that we got Thanksgiving and they already got Christmas shit on the shelves. And now it just seems like a blur. It just seems like a week or two ago I was thinking that. It's like Christmas is done, New Year's is done.
Seriously.
It's like it's going to be summer again in another 4 days.
For real. In 2 weeks, we're going to be in June.
Yeah.
No, probably like 2 months will be in June.
And, I see the way people drive. Everybody's in a hurry here. Everybody's hauling ass. Everybody's driving like a complete moron. And, I try to be cool, but like today, I just lost my shit in traffic. And it happens. Mama said they'd be days like this. But yeah, everybody's in such a hurry. And I swear, I think it's what's that word? Like having a brain fart. But I can't even think, So many people in such a big hurry. It's just I think it's affecting time. It's making time go faster because everybody's in such a hurry.
They're skipping it. They're manifesting time to go faster because they want to hurry up and get to this, hurry up and get to that, get to the future. But I'm happy in the future, in the future, in the future. No, the future's right fucking now. The present, where your feet are, is the future. That's what you are given and what you're going to have right here, right now. Worry about being happy right now. Why are you worried about how you're going to feel in 35 years? Like, care about how you feel right now.
Exactly. I mean, we drove up to Jacksonville the other day, and it was like, the speed limit on I-95 is 70 miles an hour. I'm doing like 75, something like that. I'm like the slowpoke, and there's just a shitload of traffic. It's like bumper to bumper, And it was stop and go. Stop, you'd haul butt and then you'd have to slow down. Haul butt and you'd slow down. Sometimes you would stop. And there's just a ton of traffic. And people were driving like complete, just batshit crazy. People passing me doing 90. And I'm like, dude, don't you see all the tail lights in front of you? What are you doing? They got to get a car length ahead.
Off the sides.
I'm like, there is
riding on the sides of the road.
Yeah, just this huge conglomeration of traffic, all on the expressway. It's like, one car link is not gonna like fucking get you there, an hour earlier. Sorry, you had shitty planning and you're running late, but you're gonna kill somebody. But yeah, I don't know. Everybody's always give me a hard time. You drive like a grandma. I'm like, yeah, well, the name of the game is to get there alive, not in fucking a greasy spot on the highway.
Oh, I drive bad now. I used to drive like I could give a shit. But now I'm just like, stop all the way at the stop sign. And I look. Very, very careful, especially if someone else is in my car. Why do you drive like that? It's like, dude, you almost died 3 times in a car.
Yeah,
Other
exactly.
people's fault, and tell me you're not going to be a little more cautious. Like when you're having to cut yourself out of your seatbelt hanging upside down and
Yeah,
busting
kind of tends
yourself
to.
out the window.
Yeah, kind of tends to leave a few mental scars.
And them saying, holy shit, we didn't think anybody was going to be alive in there.
Oh, man. Yeah, maybe we jump timelines. Who knows?
What could have?
I don't know. I say we got 20 days or 19 days till inauguration day when we get a new president. I think a lot's going to happen in the next 19 days. A lot of weird shit's going to happen.
Oh, man. And I didn't read all the fake Nostradamus guys stuff, but so many people are like, oh, there's going to be political this and that, and Trump's going to have a health scare, and something warning against him.
Well, speaking of that, let's do that first article.
All right, because I did not get to read it.
Man dubbed Living Nostradamus offers his predictions for 2025. Is it really 2025? What the hell happened? Where have I been? Sleeping under a rock? Brazilian. What? I mean, look at that through glasses. Athos Salam has been attributed with correctly predicting major events that happened recently. Dubbed the Living Nostradamus due to his uncanny knack of correctly predicting the future events. Salam was, according to the New York Times, successful in predicting several major events in recent years, including the coronavirus pandemic, the death of Queen Elizabeth, and even the purchasing of Twitter by Elon Musk. Now he's offering up his predictions for what will likely transpire over the next 12 months. 2025 will be a point of time when the authorities start to officially declare existence of ET. Really? Offering proofs of microbial life on Mars or other complicated civilizations, he told the Daily Star. Strategic science will be at play from some governments like that of the US, Russia, and China as they hide information with a view of causing a global upset. You don't say. Salam maintains that 2025 will be the year in which evidence of secret genetic experiments on humans will come to light, as well as being the point of no return for AI getting out of control. Can't say we didn't tell you so right here. He also believes there'll be a global energy crisis as well as manufactured climate disasters such as hurricanes and droughts creating using geoengineering. Oh, that doesn't really exist. Elsewhere, he argues leaks concerning secretive facilities and black projects involving such things as gravitational propulsion technology, which will be revealed to the public. Of course, they're all purely speculative, and there's absolutely no guarantee that any of these things will actually come to pass in 2025 or beyond. Or will they? Still, it'll be interesting to see how many of these predictions, if any, he actually gets right. Well, some of it you can kind of see the writing on the wall already, I don't know how much a prediction it would be versus just seeing how things are going and using common sense or common speculative sense, maybe. I don't know. Like I say, the next 19 days, I think we'll see a lot more weird shit happening. Yeah, strategic science is an interesting way to put it. Exactly. To make it sound not as holy shit as it is. I don't know. Strategic science. Exactly. You know, yeah. I mean, how much truth would come out? Will the truth ever come out? You can't handle the truth. Maybe we can't. I don't know. What if they just said, yeah, we were involved in the CIA was involved in killing Kennedy. And yeah, it was 9/11. That was an inside job and we were working with so-and-so. And yeah, UFOs are real. And what if they just said all that stuff? We never landed on the moon. That was all bullshit. It's like, would just everyone's brain implode at once across the world? Or would anybody even care anymore? It just sucks that you grow up learning all this history, the grassy knoll and this and that. And it could all just be bullshit. It could all just be a story that they told everybody and they lied about it so much that everybody believes it. Or it'd be me that's crazy because I don't believe it. I don't know. One of us is right.
Or they lied so much it just became the truth.
Yeah. I grew up, like when I was a little kid, I saw, all the spaceship, all, the rockets and, the Apollos and this and that. And grew up, seeing astronauts and Kennedy Space Center's, right down the road from me. And, it was like amazing. And NASA was amazing. And, at one point as a little kid, I'm like, I want to be an astronaut. I want to go to the moon. I want to do this, And then like the older you get, it's kind of like, is that shit real?
I used to want to work for the FBI.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
In forensics. Well, I got one here, and first I wasn't really going to use it because I thought the baby's learning how to strut, crawl, and maybe he got like a cramp in his leg as he was like crawling. But then you look and it kind of looks like he could have gotten turned a little bit by the leg. And when I was recording it, sending it to you, I could hear that the little guy actually made a sound afterwards.
Yeah.
So I don't know. See what you guys think. Because we do have the video for it. So a mom is baffled by what she sees when filming her toddler and wants to know if somebody can explain. A woman was left baffled after she recorded her child playing and noticed what appeared to be something pulling her leg. Justice 2 from Idaho spotted something strange about her daughter's movements when she replayed the recording. In the video, the girl crawls around and one of her legs randomly ascends into the air. I was watching her dance and play with her toys, so I recorded like I am always doing, and I noticed something off about her movements. So I stopped the recording to rewatch and noticed that it looked like something pulled her. I felt a little scared and worried, so I immediately started praying over her in the house. She uploaded the video to TikTok along with the on screen caption, "Did a ghost just pull her leg?" The clip, which included the caption, "Can somebody explain?" garnered 304,700 likes and 5.9 million views on TikTok. Social media blew up and told me to cleanse and move out mainly, she added. Some comments under the video shows viewers spooked by the scene, weighing on whether the leg movement was a result of some kind of paranormal intervention or not. Okay, so when this happens, usually it just means you need to pack up your stuff and leave like yesterday. Hope this helps, says Erica. However, a number of users thought the child's movement was just a result of her getting to grips with crawling, lifting her leg to stabilize herself after losing balance. Looks like her other knee slipped and she tried to catch herself from falling. If that's wrong, I was just helping you feel able to sleep at night, one viewer wrote. Why would you lie? It gives me a false sense of security. But it looks like she's actually scoots with it, though, is the thing. Like,
Yeah.
so it comes from her left arm, causing her to stagger and try to stabilize with her right leg. Don't worry, said another user. After looking at this a few times, the baby's left arm lost balance and she stopped herself from falling. That's why her leg went up, suggested a different viewer. She lost balance, was trying to right herself, another wrote. Crawling is a critical development milestone that supports a child's physical and cognitive growth. According to the toolbox, there are various types of crawling, including belly crawling, hands and knees crawling, and bear crawling, each offering unique benefits for motor coordination and sensory processing. Observing a child's crawling patterns can reveal important details about their development, which can be helpful in understanding movements like those seen in Justice Chu's viral video. Again, I don't think it was a cramp. If anything, she slipped because something yanked her leg up and like yanked and kind of pulled it, and then the baby cried.
Yep. It's because of those damn pineapples on TV.
I know, I saw that. I'm like, what are they watching?
That's the thing too. It kind of like turns around and looks like, who's grabbing my shit?
Like it stopped and looked like, what the hell? He didn't fall and get hurt. See, he didn't slip and fall. The kid looks like somebody picked and started swinging around, and he's like, or she's like, and then sat up and looked at whatever the hell.
Yeah. It's like she turned around like, who's grabbing me?
Almost like
Yeah,
when
I mean-
someone's going to pick it up and spin it around or something.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at her leg, it's like, I mean, could it move like that naturally? Sure.
But watch the scooting. Watch how it spins on the knee. Watch how
Yeah.
it's spinning on the knee. How did the baby do that?
Yeah. It's like some break
To
dance.
get the momentum to spin like that. With just the bottom half.
Yeah. I don't know. That's pretty weird.
So I thought it was interesting. And I don't think it's like a cramp, like when you get like a cramp in your leg and you're like, and your leg just like cramps out.
Yeah.
Because that's what I first thought. Like, oh, it's stretching, it's crawling, it probably got a cramp.
Yeah. No, it doesn't look like
Exactly.
you say too. They like slide on it on her knee. So yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's it, Tommy. I think little kids, you know, I think we've all seen weird stuff. We've all had what our parents or aunts and uncles, oh, that's your imaginary friend. I think we all are sensitive to seeing and hearing spirits when we're a little kid. It's just that we grow up with everybody telling us, oh, that's imaginary. There's no such thing as, that's your imagination. So, just like we were saying earlier, if you lie enough about it, everybody thinks it's the truth. It's like, I think we're all born with that sense of being able to, communicate with spirit and see things and all that. Maybe not everybody. I don't know. Majority of people, though. And I think it's just a learned thing that gets you away from it.
Like the video I wasn't going to show where it showed a guy, I told you, talking about his kid. He was saying, oh, there's a bad boy in the closet. The guy's walking in like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. I'm scared. Oh, it's okay. Like playing for the camera. But the thing is, he's taking him in here like, what? Look, there's nothing in here. It's just like, dude, what you're doing, even if this is real, is not helping your kid.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the stuff I saw when I was a little kid, to me, it wasn't like, it wasn't like I was just making this up in my head and like seeing it and talking to it. In my head, and with the stuff I saw as a little kid, I plain as fucking day saw it. There was no questioning about it. And people would tell me, oh, no, there's nothing here like that. Like the old lady that I used to see. Well, there's nobody here like that, Make you think crazy, and then one of the old guys there was like, hey, you ain't crazy, boy. I see her too. I'm like, I fucking knew it.
I knew I wasn't effing crazy.
Yeah. And that's what he told me. He's like, you ain't crazy. I see it too. And it's not like he was just agreeing with me to calm me down. Like he described it. The same thing that I was seeing. So, and it was nothing, it was nothing malicious or mean or evil, or it was just an old lady. And I was just like wondering why she would never talk to me. I'd always see her walking by and I'd speak to her and she would never say anything. She'd just sometimes look at me and just keep walking. And I'm like, damn, you a rude old rooster ass hag, ain't you? Won't even say hi to a little kid. I'm going to kick you in the ass next time you walk by. Yeah, it started getting on my nerves because, little kid, I like, hey, you work here. Where do you work? I haven't seen you before, She just never say anything. She just look at me and keep walking. Damn, grumpy ass. Guess our lady don't like no little kids.
You're like, I'm a cute little kid. Everybody says what a cute little kid I am. How can you just walk by me like I'm not even standing here?
Yeah, like you don't even see me. What is going on?
Yeah.
Start asking, go back downstairs and start asking, who is that lady of, blah, blah, blah. Describe her, and everybody's like, there's nobody here like that. Oh, y'all tripping. Yeah. Well, speaking of tripping, woohoo, those mushrooms are kicking in. Let's see. What am I doing? I have no idea. I'm melting. This one is not your typical article, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because, I'm a weirdo and I like these kinds of stories. And I figured I'd share them with you guys. Strange stories. It's just some random picture that I found on the internet. Doesn't have anything to do with the actual story I'm going to read. Kind of like the real news anyways. What's this is stuff you find on Reddit when you go deep diving by accident. What's the creepiest unsolved mysteries you've ever heard of? Well, there's a bunch of them apparently. Larry Bader, not necessarily creepy but bizarre for sure. Larry Bader was married with 3 kids in March of 1957. One day he went fishing on Lake Erie by himself, even though he knew there was a storm coming. The next day, they found his crashed boat, but Larry himself was nowhere to be seen. Almost 10 years later, in 1965, he was found by his niece doing an archery demonstration in Nebraska when he was originally from Ohio. When confronted by his niece, he swore he didn't know anyone named Larry Bader, as he identified as Fritz Johnson. He claimed to have lived in Nebraska his entire life, having memories as a child named Fritz. He also got married and had another kid. His niece, convinced Fritz was her uncle, requested that he go to the police and have his fingerprints analyzed. He was, in fact, Larry Bader, but he had no recollection whatsoever of his previous life.
Wow.
And then there's another one. This guy has a weird name, and I'm probably going to butcher it. But a man was named Tateke Guntzi. I'm tearing that one up from the ass to the head, who was in the hospital for abdominal surgery, so he could barely move. One day, a nurse came in to change the linens, and when she came back inside from being right outside of his room moments before, he had disappeared. He wasn't anywhere in the room. The hospital searched for a week until some men had to perform some maintenance in the ceiling. When they opened the ceiling up, there they found Tateki inside the ceiling in a fetal position, and he was deceased. The autopsy showed that his death wasn't of natural causes, and someone had obviously put him in the ceiling. A few months later, a man named Sandal Sabaya was admitted to a different hospital to have his broken femur treated. After a few days, he was about to be transferred to a different hospital to see an orthopedist, but when they went into his room to get him, he was gone. They looked for him and didn't find him. They did end up finding him when a bad smell permeated the hospital, and the staff opened up the ceiling and found Sandal dead in the exact position as Tataki. And they said Sandal didn't die of natural death, and he was also placed in the ceiling by someone or something. That's a pretty weird one. To be two different
That's
hospitals,
crazy.
2 people that basically can't move, and they end up disappearing and found in the ceiling in the fetal position, dead. I don't know. Stranger things have happened, I
Because
suppose.
they have like the lift up ceiling tiles, right? Kind of like in the
Yeah.
office buildings. So
Weird.
someone like so somehow they got stuffed up in the ceiling tiles.
Yeah. How does that even happen? Like, I could see that happening, like, in an old abandoned building or something where you got plenty of time to do it. But when you got
Yeah.
a moment or two to kill somebody and then take 150, just average 150, 175 pound dude, say
Dead weight.
130 pounds, say he's real skinny, and yeah, dead weight, dead guy, and cram him up in the ceiling in a fetal position and put everything back. How does that happen? And just in the time that somebody
Yeah.
can walk in a room, walk out of it, and turn around and walk back in it? I don't know. Time slippage. Somebody put the brakes on the clock, and they actually had an hour to do that. And then to us, it was only a minute and 10 seconds. I don't know.
It does sound like a Tales from the Dark Side.
Yeah. Maybe I'll
Fritz
do
Johnson.
like, yeah, exactly. Where do they get that name up?
I was laughing at the other one that sounded like, um, what was it, like Bader?
Tataki Gansky. TETEGQONTSI. Huh?
I thought one of them sounded like something like I was making like a dirty joke with it.
Happy New Year, Barry. Barry, Happy New Year. Yeah, Twilight Zone, exactly.
Ooh, I was watching Twilight. They had the real Twilight Zones on.
Yeah. I was looking on free TV the other day because we don't have cable and all that. We just do streaming and, like Vizio. I have a Vizio TV, so I get some free channels. I was watched part of the first series of Gunsmoke. But yeah, they got that.
I love those.
Yeah, got that. They got the Twilight Zone. Got The Outer Limits.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was aliens, but
I still got to pour some peroxide on this.
Yeah, you do. It's still the bleeding mess. You're vampire in it. Man. He sliced your ass open.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I remember I was sitting in the chair one day in the living room, sitting in the recliner, and the cat was in my lap. And I don't know, something happened. I forget what it was. Darcy made a noise or something popped or whatever. And that cat freaking took off out of my lap. And like, it was all claws from hell, man. Cat ripped my leg open. Like, I probably needed stitches. Like, I still have scars down my leg from that damn cat. I mean, filleted me open. And then I got like, I don't know, Celia, whatever it's called. My leg was a freaking mess.
Dude. Cat scratch fever.
Oh, yeah, it was full on cat scratch fever. Not the kind Ted was singing about, but yeah. Cat lit me up. I was watching a video the other day of cats, just like spazzing out. Like, they jump up on the counter and like something falls over and that makes them jump and they freak out and they hit something else. And then, the ironing board. Yeah. Yeah. Is that really, have you ever tried that with your cats?
Mine didn't give a shit.
Yeah. Or the comb thing. Have you tried the comb? Have you seen that one?
Doing what? Doing
you
what?
take a comb, like you take a hair comb, and you go.
Oh, you.
And
yeah.
supposedly the cats are like.
No, but what they hate is if you just take a little tiny piece of tape and stick it underneath their back foot, like on the pad.
Yep. Yeah.
That story you told was funny though, about how you had all that stuff outside, all the plates and all the dishes like perfectly stacked, and that cat didn't want to either be on a leash or whatever the hell. Hop, didn't knock one dish over.
Yeah. Yeah, we were having a yard sale and the whole front porch, just full of glasses and dishes and all kinds of shit. And yep. Let's take the cat out here, and we put him on a leash, tied it to, he had a little collar on, which he wasn't used to a leash, and he was just hanging out being a cat. And man, he got to the end of that leash and realized there was something holding his neck. He flipped the switch, went berserk. Yep. Dancing and bobbing and bouncing and twirling and freaking out all through all that glassware. Didn't ever break a single piece of it, though. Somehow, like some miracle happened that day. It's funny, we were just talking about that in the car the other day. As we looked up and saw somebody had a cat on a leash. Like, yeah, remember we tried that one time? Whenever, like, turd in a punch bowl.
That's funny. Yeah, you hear about the dude that's like some flat earther that actually got to like go up. I don't remember, but he's like, yeah, I was wrong.
The guy that went to Antarctica?
I don't yeah, is that what it was?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't know, man. You know, I used to think that was total just lunatics. These people are crazy. But, you know, I'm not saying I believe it, but I have heard a few arguments from them that are kind of like,
Plausible.
you do have a point. You do have a point.
Yeah. Because it's like, seriously, we're being told what we're being told and what we're being based off of what we were taught since kids. And who's to say what we were taught since kids is right? Because most of us don't have anything else to go against it.
Yep. You know, it's like I was saying earlier, like, you know, when you're a little kid and you know, I'm hanging out with Jimmy. Oh, who's Jimmy? That's his invisible, that's his imaginary friend. And you're like, bullshit, it's imaginary. He's right here. You know, and you grow up being told that that's not real. That's not real. That's your imaginary friend. You know, and then like if you get older and you're still telling people that, they don't tell you it's your imaginary friend. Then they tell you you're crazy and you need to go to the mental hospital and get checked out because you're hallucinating. You know. But what about the people that are of adult stature and they do see and talk to spirits? You know, I'm sure there's a few here. Are we like, do we belong in the mental asylum? You know, 50 years ago, we would be there, or 100 years ago, especially, but are they burn us?
Yeah, I'd be burned.
Yeah. But,
sure.
You know, I mean, what about the people that grew up and just didn't listen to that? Is that what we are? You know, the psychics and the paranormal people, and you know, are we the ones that just were like,
no, better in our guts that like you can say what you want, but I trust my freaking what?
Yeah, I mean that's the way I felt. You know, was when I would see something, you know, and somebody told me it wasn't real, it was my imagination. I'm like, bullshit. It's your imagination. I know
whatever helps you sleep at night.
Exactly. You know, don't be telling me what I saw, because I know what I saw.
Yeah, I know what I saw.
There's been a few times where like, am I crazy? Am I losing my mind?
Because it's that crazy.
On my cracker, you know. But then, you know, and even in the paranormal world, before I've gotten, I don't know, I've gotten like almost jaded at times to where it's like, I don't know if that's the right word, but you know, just like, is this really real? You know, and it's that's what makes me think I might be crazy, because after all the shit I've experienced in my life, I still ask myself
that you would question it.
Yeah, I still ask myself that from time to time. You know, is that maybe I am crazy? I don't know. running around naked
In
out in
no way
traffic.
did you grow up the way you grow up and then you question it.
Yeah, but I have. And then something happens, and I'm like, well, that was real. I didn't imagine that.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, and it seems like every time I start thinking that way, like this shit isn't real. I'm done with this, you know. This is like, I'm bored. This can't, I'm just crazy. And then something happens. Like every time I start thinking that, then something just like blasts me
Just
back.
you're right
Like,
back in.
yeah. And it's like, I got no explanation for that. That was weird. I guess maybe that was real. I still don't have an explanation. The time I was in the room right next to here and I'm in there just working, just listening to music, just working, just like normal. And I look up and there was this blonde haired girl standing in the doorway. And it wasn't like, some like horny illusion. She was dressed and everything. It was just a girl standing there. And I was like, oh, whoa.
Briefly, like with her.
Nope. Yeah, with the flowing hair.
Yeah.
Nope. Just some girl, a good looking girl, but whatever, standing in the doorway, just kind of watching me smiling. And I was like, what the, and I look back and there's nobody there. And I know I saw something. I know it wasn't just some kind of weird brain aneurysm that put this girl in my doorway.
Like you're some 16-year-old kid just sitting there fantasizing of some poster on your wall.
Weird science.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do have a poster on my wall of a topless girl from my bedroom in the 70s still back here. Maybe it was an illusion after all.
And a poster from the 70s?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's from a movie.
Which movie?
Golden Summer.
Yeah.
It's a girl in a bikini bottom top. You don't see boobs. She's got her back to you. My mom hated that poster, but that's why I had it on the ceiling so she couldn't reach it.
Oh.
But yeah, that was one of the things I went and got before, when she was going to sell the house and get rid of everything up there. I went up in my old room and I swiped a few old posters off the wall and the ceiling. And I got some of the old light bulbs that I used to have in there that still burn from the 70s. I don't know how old they were. I didn't buy them new in the 70s. They were already there. So who knows how old they are, but they still work.
Damn. Were they the ones with all the filament in it?
Yep. And they're kind of the I don't know what they're called. They're not like a normal light bulb. They're like that tulip looking.
Yeah, it's like the long.
Yeah. They're kind of amber colored.
Yeah, and it has like all the filaments like wrapped through it.
Yep. When they make shit last.
That's like the one that we have. I put up that post from the fire station we have here in Livermore. 100-something years, like that light has never gone out. But there's other places that have things like that with all them light bulbs. And I think it was Luke Skywatcher sent me a thing on that Biden laptop thing where Biden Hunter buys only those type of light bulbs that he uses on everything. It's like the one almost in the ITC.
Yeah, in the poster.
Yeah, the ITC cover.
The real Edison lights.
Exactly.
Which Edison didn't
real
actually.
Edison.
He just swiped somebody else's idea and put his name on it.
Yeah. Shit happens.
Like throwing asparagus.
Throwing asparagus.
Oh, excuse me, not throwing it, tossing it.
Who actually I'll go after. Anyhow, so yeah, we see people throw bones and things, throws, different like chicken bones or uh, stones. They'll read your tea leaves. Never heard of asparagus readings.
Hmm.
Have you seen all the stuff about the mysterious fog? How I've been calling it the chemical screen this whole time.
Yep.
And now they're like, oh, people are hiding things like in the fog. That's what I've been saying. They camouflage it by the screen. That's why I can't even breathe anymore. Yeah. It's like so bad. All the cat's eyes are watering from it. It's not just at night anymore. It's like all day long.
Hmm.
Asparagus tossing. Psychics 15 predictions for 2025. Royal death and Trump health scare. A fortune teller who predicts the future by throwing asparagus says 2025 will see a royal death and a major health scare for President-elect Donald Trump. Jemima Packington, 68, the world's only asparamancer, accurately predicted the Queen's death, Brexit, Brexit, and Boris Johnson becoming Prime Minister. Jemima interprets the future by tossing spears in the air and reading how they land. Her predictions for 2025 include celebrity deaths, arrests, and police resignations worldwide. She also foresees catastrophic climate change event causing significant loss in life. It might not be a climate change event, but a geomodification
Yeah.
event. In sports, Liverpool fans may rejoice as more trophies are expected, while the Lioness will roar once more. Don't know what that means. Jemima from Bath said, my technique has not changed, and I still cast the asparagus spears and interpret the patterns in them. She added, seeing the pattern for me is instantaneous. Possibly that is because I've had years of practice. She claims her predictions are usually 75 to 90% accurate. Occasionally. I predicted Boris Johnson would become prime minister. Oh, wait. Occasionally I get one slightly off where I haven't quite read it correctly, but I'm never far off. I've never had my asparagus tossed either. I predict Boris Johnson would become prime minister before he did, and everybody laughed their socks off. She picks a handful of tips, tosses them in the air, and reads the shapes they form when they land. Jemima said she saw the spheres of the veg formed the shape of a broken crown just months before the Queen died on September 8th, 2022. She said the spheres formed a broken crown, which indicated to me that there would be a great royal sadness. When I saw pictures of the Queen welcoming Liz Truss as PM, I noticed how frail she looked, and I said to my friend, it won't be long. Or it won't be long now. Here are her predictions for 2025. Ready for this? I don't know how she gets this shit from. I'd like to see her actually do this. Show what her reading.
Comment from tonight.
I know. Tips. Just the tips. I knew it. Reading the entrails of a corpse. She just reads the tips. Widespread protests will erupt across Europe and the Middle East, with Europe facing a particularly tumultuous time. Well, there will be a wave of high-profile resignations in the political world. Is the asparagus telling her this, or is she just like reading the news?
Yeah.
Trump will face a significant health crisis. Liverpool.
I mean, that's a given right there. Like, there's people trying to kill his ass every day, so something's gonna happen.
And you know that there's all sorts of people already resigning in the political world as this like house of cards comes down.
Run,
Like,
rabbit,
are you just common sense and you're like flipping the asparagus? But you don't believe like people, because we're all like, you know, conspiracists and everything, but the asparagus said so. You have to believe the asparagus.
Hey, maybe it works for her.
Oregon, they're actually for 2025. I have all these like crazy laws. Like, they're not going to let you swear on the strip in Vegas, and then
Good
in
luck
like
with that.
Oregon or something, it's going to be illegal to foretell the fortune, and any sort of fortune telling or things of that matter will like be illegal out there.
But you can Bob
And
Nobbs
I'm like,
behind the dumpster at the 7-Eleven, and that's okay for $20.
yep.
Okay.
Number 4, Liverpool FC will secure major titles. What is that, like football or something?
Yeah, I think so.
And again, the Lioness. What is the Lionesses? The Lionesses will achieve further success. 6, European car manufacturers will encounter significant challenges related to electric vehicles. And UK farmers will ultimately prevail. Global stock markets will be highly volatile with more losses than gains. The royal family will face further challenges but will persevere. And there will be more tragic losses within the royal family. Social media influencers will be embroiled in even more scandals. The UK will mourn the loss of several beloved soap stars. The world's reaction to climate change is mixed, with catastrophic event predicted that could result in significant loss of life. Celebrities from the world of show business are set to make headlines again for all the wrong reasons, with shocking arrests expected to stun the public. The Great British Asparagus Festival is predicted to go from strength to strength, with the speaker expressing their excitement to meet everyone at the upcoming events. So she's the Asparagus Festival there. Yeah, so I don't know.
It'd be the same principle as throwing chicken bones, you know?
Yeah.
Just the healthier version. Some would say.
I don't know. I think there's more to the bones, because like this is like just like she could just know stuff and then like throw these things and then be able to like make it out like, hey, this kind of looks like that one thing. Like, see, this is telling me blah blah blah. It's like, well, no shit.
I mean, I could sit here and go, I can see in my water that there's going to be a celebrity die in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And the chances of that happening are pretty good. Celebrity. I didn't say man, woman, United States, UK, Germany, Japan. Could be anywhere. So all you got to do is look up a celebrity death in 2 weeks and go, see, told you so.
We're going to have a lot more heart attacks in the United States.
Yeah.
That's what I see. A lot more heart attacks and a lot more celebrities having health problems.
And blood clots. Heart attacks and blood clots. Hey.
Yeah.
Figure.
Oh, I see a lot more plane crashes with Boeing.
What is up with that too? Like I mentioned all that weird shit happening earlier, but yeah, plane crashes. Like every other day there's a plane crash now.
And I'd said that one was weird. Well, I have an article where it actually is weird, and they said why. I just haven't had a chance to read it. But there's something fishy going on in South Korea.
Yeah. Quick one I got here. That is dun, dun, dun, dun. Another one of those damn UFOs.
Sorry.
And to say, watch bizarre Christmas Eve UFO seen over Turkey. A fascinating UFO video is said to be recorded in Turkey on December 24th, 2024. It shows a multicolored, strange aerial object seen over a freeway. UFO investigator Scott C. Waring writes that the lights and formation do not conform to any known aircraft lights. One YouTuber poster compared the craft to that was seen during the 2007-2009 Kimbergaz Turkey UFO sighting. And there's a video. Let's see if I can get it to play here. Bada bing. Bada boom. And it's 10 steps to get it to work. Okay, here it is. Let's see. Let's get rid of this one. Close that window. And let's open this window. Good grief. Why does this take so long? Okay, here's the video 2 hours later. This was recorded in Turkey. Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Şu an yakınlaştırdım ama
What?
Görüyorsun değil mi?
görünüyor kamerada. Öyle havada kalmış ışıklar.
I'll translate it for you. Holy shit, what is that? That's some weird lights in. I think it's a freaking UFO.
Bilsem, hadi uzaklaştırayım.
Bebeğim enteresan bir şey ya.
Öyle havada asılı kalmış.
Baksana ya. Şeyin aşağıda, şeyin üstü.
But I don't know. Kind of looks like, the typical thing that everybody's seeing these
Öyle havada
days.
kalmış ışıklar.
Mystery drones.
Bir havada kalmış ya.
Aha.
Ne yapıyorsun?
İşte bir bilsem, hadi uzaklaştırayım.
Bebeğim enteresan bir şey ya.
Öyle havada asılı kalmış.
Turkey
Baksana ya,
UFOs.
Şehir aşağıda.
There you go. There you have it. Yeah, kind of like the one I saw, like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. I got to say, it kind of, like, it's like there's part of me that was like, it's about time I saw one of these. And there was another part of me that's going, I'll be damned. I don't believe what I'm seeing. I was conflicted, mentally conflicted in two different paths. one path of like, see, told you so, and the other path going, holy shit, I can't believe I'm really seeing this. Maybe I'm crazy. Completely crazy. I know. Yeah, that's what I say, Debbie. I got this video. It's on my phone and it sucks. I'll be honest. It's horrible. I took it as I was driving and you barely see it through my dirty windshield, you know, and then you see it at the very end and I'm like, yep, there it is. Another shitty video that I'm always complaining about. People having shitty videos of UFOs. Hey, I got one of my very own. And it is approved on the shitty video list. It's like, damn it. I don't even want to talk about this. Yeah, I got a video. It sucks, but I got a video. But I know what I saw, and I do have a shitty video to remind myself of it. But yeah, it is, you know, I get people crap for having shitty videos, but I gotta admit, you know, it was a feat to be in the complete darkness, you know, in my car, trying to video out my windshield as I was driving. You know, should have just pulled over and got out of the car and got a real video, but it was that holy shit moment where I just grabbed the phone off the phone holder on the windshield and hit record, and well, then you got what you got. A shitty video.
Because you wasn't expecting it.
Yeah. Yeah, if I would have got a really super clear video, then, you know, and I was going to like put it on social media, then everybody would be saying, well,
that looks too good.
That looks too good. Why were you filming in that direction? You know, it's too clear. That's CGI. That's fake. That's not real. Yeah, well.
Exactly. And then you know what you saw.
Yes, I did. So you got any cards you want to do?
I have one more story.
Cutting you off.
And then we have some. We could do. I got those quick tarot cards if you want to give people a quick like tarot for their new year. Gives a few keywords and such on it. Or what do you think?
Yeah. It works quite well for me. I got a crystal deck I can use if, you know, if anybody wants one of those.
Okay, so this place it's called Slate City, I think. A U.S. town governed by a wizard where everybody is 100% certifiably insane. Guess what state that would be?
Where would that be?
You'd think either one of mine or yours, huh?
Yeah, but where
Yeah.
it's not, is it?
It's California.
Oh,
Slab
okay.
City is nestled in the southeastern pocket of California's Sonoran Desert.
I saw a documentary about this place.
Yeah, with all them cars and shit. Referred to by its residents as the last free place in America. The bizarre, lawless stretch of land is densely populated by drug addicts, eccentrics, army veterans, and hippies. Or as Wizard, the man who greets all who enter Slab City, puts it, everyone is 100% certifiably insane. And I mean that from a clinical perspective. So Wizard added, this is what happens when you let mentally ill people build their own playground in the desert. Slab City is defined as an anarcho-republic, a community of freethinkers who seemingly operate under their own rules. The buildings, for the most part, resemble discarded junk sculptures made of old tires, post-apocalyptic vehicles with mannequin legs, Dollhouse promoting conspiracy theories about stallions' relationship to dolphins. Alongside these eccentric structures, people exist with no concept of private land ownership, generally tend to employ an informal economy based on cash, water, and weed. The reporter noticeably encountered a roving group of actor-musicians called Jester Jizz, one of whose songs revolves around the catchy refrain, "Semen quality has declined by 60% since 1980. Repeat 4 times." That's the refrain. The refrain. Semen quality has declined by 60% since 1980. Describing Jester Jizz's onstage get-ups, Spin Jonah Jerk said, "Everyone in Jester Jizz wears clown paint, and flowing robes. They play ethereal music from a boombox and perform free verse that ruminates on our cosmic origins, the chicken or egg question, and the decline of semen quality since 1980. The site is a long decommissioned U.S. Marine base camp called Camp Dunlop and has become known in popular culture. The religious sculpture hacked into the side of a hill celebrating Jesus has been mentioned in various TV programs. It appears in the 2007 film Into the Wild. So, yeah.
Well, all I'm saying is that dude looks like Professor Albus Dumbledore. And maybe he is a wizard.
He could be.
Now we know where Dumbledore went.
Jester Jizz.
Jester Jizz. Yeah, thanks, John. I just uploaded a video tonight on my YouTube channel, but it's private.
It looks like starting with the cards, we've got Deborah, Debbie, Heather.
This is like a game of Jenga. I'm going to try to pull out a box of cards here, and I hope my whole existence doesn't come tumbling down upon my head. Oh, man. This is
Okay, so who do we have first? We've got we'll start with John since he's on the ass.
Sweet suffering succotash.
And I think Deborah was next. John, would you like a 2025 tarot pull? Or a crystal pull from Rob? May take a moment. If you're looking for Rob.
I have long hairs in my cards. What is up with that?
Right. That your hair got tangled in it.
Yeah. That wild card that popped out. I'll leave that laying there for the first person that wants a crystal card.
John got a reversed. Four of coins, four of pentagrams, pentacles, earth, greediness, possessiveness, stinginess, overspending, or self-protection. I don't know, this one has like a little book with it, but I can't remember. Pull this up.
Yep, I had a jumper in the crystal deck.
What did I say? 3 of pentacles or 4?
4.
Okay, so reversed. When reversed, this card warns against the pitfalls of greed and possessiveness. It indicates potential financial mismanagement, such as overspending or holding too tightly to material possessions, hinting at the need for balance in financial self-protection.
Was that the ending on that one?
It is. And then Deborah is you, which works because it's a crystal card. She wants a crystal card.
Zariana said she wanted the jumper card, so I'm going to do that one first.
Oh,
And it
okay.
is the Shiva Lingam, which are cool. I have a little one. That's what she said. I got to get a big one, though. That's what he said. Oh, boy. I forgot about this book. Man, this is a Shiva Lingam. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, well, there went the whole deck of cards on the floor. So there's that.
I'll do Debbie.
Okay. Can't have anything fun. And that's why we can't have nice things. A Shiva Lingam embodies the wisdom of deities brought to earth. It symbolizes uniting dualities and manifesting the creative force. This book is hard to read because it got oil all over it. That's a story for another time. Self-understanding. The compassionate with yourself. Be compassionate with yourself to heal. You have masculine and feminine and other dualities within your being. Integrate these to release your creative power. A Shiva Lingam is produced from the tumbling waters. Life shapes you in the same way. So go with the flow. Soul scouring reveals your divine core. If you are hurt or abused, be compassionate with yourself to create healing on all levels. The divination for this card is get back to the basics, put passion back in your life. Honor your libido and creative fire. Create balance. Expect a new relationship or revitalize an old one. Practice sexual magic. Whoa, is that like sexual chocolate too? Cut ties where appropriate. Remember, you create through the power of thought. Everything passes. In a turbulent time, unexpected benefits emerge. So, man, Shuling has got all kinds of meanings to it. Now, while Jamie does this next one, I'm going to pick up cards off the floor. Because, yeah, not just a few of them. Every single one in the box came out.
Great, because you got Deborah next.
Okay. Now, at least they're
Debbie
getting shuffled up again.
got Six of Swords. Upright is transition, change, leaving behind, releasing baggage, and moving on. The Six of Swords signifies a journey of transition, moving towards a calmer state. It represents the process of leaving troubles behind and embracing change, shedding the old baggage to welcome healing and progress. And then you're doing Deborah, so I'll do Heather after.
It's like a legit 52 card pickup.
Yeah.
They're good and shuffled up now. Upside down, backwards, forwards, left and right. Let's go.
Reminds me of that Guns N' Roses song. Anything goes tonight.
Okay, let's try not to do that again. Turn the flashlight off my phone. Good God Almighty. Okay. The card is upside down, backside up. I don't know. It is Azeztulite. I don't know if I'm saying that properly, but that's what it looks like it is. I don't know that I have drawn this card the whole time that I've had this deck. I think this is the first time I've ever drawn this card. So what it says, Azeztulite. Man, I'm having a hard time reading this book.
Janice L is going to want Jumper also.
All right. Azestulites are imbued with immense spiritual energy and information for guidance and insight. They are here to help Earth ascend into a higher expression of consciousness, self-understanding. You are a being of light, here to help Earth evolve. Although you need to rise above mundane concerns, keep your feet on the ground and deal with the everyday. Too much emphasis on sweetness and light leads to ignoring your shadow energies, which becomes inauthentic. And unlethal niceness, what is this? And lethal niceness, if not acknowledged and integrated, stay real. Leave your ego behind. The divination for this card, you are here to represent a spiritual light on Earth and help it evolve. Make yourself heard. A project is successful no matter what. Avoid becoming impractical and having too high of opinions of yourself to the detriment of others. Retain your humility. Is it me again? God, it looks like I got a halo. This freaking light.
Oh. Okay, so I have Heather's. Janice wants a crystal jumper. Did you do Azariana? She wants a jumper of some sort.
Yep, that was the first one I did.
And then, okay. What about Deborah Farrell? Because I think she wanted a crystal card.
All right.
Okay, so, okay, I have Heather, and then you do Deborah,
I think that's who I just did, right?
and then
Oh, got another jumper.
no, you
I'm
did
gonna-
Janice, I thought. This is what happens when I don't write it down.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because Janice said she'd take a crystal jumper. Yeah, that was a Zariana.
The first
Okay.
one was.
So this one's for Heather, and then you'll do Deborah, right? Or you said you did her.
I think that last one was for her.
She was, I think it was for Zariana.
That was the first one I did.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm so confused. Okay.
That was that guy they found on the
Next
ceiling in
time,
the fetal
I will
position.
write these down. I thought I could, yeah. She's got the Knight of Wands. Energy, passionate, inspired action, adventure, fearless, and impulsiveness. This is just their little book. I usually go off of Biddy Tarot, but this is quicker. Upright, the King of Wands, is a symbol of dynamic energy and enthusiasm. It represents the courage to pursue adventures and the drive for inspired action. This card reflects a fearless spirit, eager for exploration and sometimes prone to impulsiveness. And then you have,
A broken
I know
phone.
we still have Craig, and I'm saving Craig. I thought you still had another one. You have a broken
Okay.
phone?
No, it's just acting stupid. Who wants this crystal card? We'll just put it that way. It's the next one. It's a jumper.
Okay.
Who wants it? It's up for bids for free.
Craig says it doesn't matter what card, so do Craig. And then if anybody did not get a card and wants one, oh yeah, Janice. See, I knew Janice still needed a card.
Yep.
She wants a crystal jumper. So you do Janice, and then I'll do Craig.
Okay. I got a jumper card popping out right here. And
All
it is. There's no way. This is weird. All these cards. I just pulled the Shiva Lingam card again.
What?
Yeah. This is just weird. How does that happen? So you got
And
the
you
same
never
card.
is that the one you never played before?
No, that was the last one I just did.
Oh.
Haven't pulled this one very many times either. But this is the same one I did for Zariana, Shiva Lingam. Shiva Lingam embodies the wisdom of the deities brought to earth. It symbolizes uniting dualities and manifesting the creative force, self-understanding. I really need to get a new book. Or just memorize this whole one. Be compassionate with yourself to heal. You have masculine and feminine and other dualities within your being. Let's try this. Integrate these to release your creative power. What's that?
So keep going.
A Shiva Lingam's produced from tumbling waters. Life shapes you the same way, so go with the flow. Soul scouring reveals your divine core. If you are hurt or abused, be compassionate with yourself to create healing on all levels. Divination of the card, get back to the basics. Put passion back in your life. Honor your libido and creative fire. Create balance. Expect a new relationship or revitalize an old one. Practice sexual magic. Cut ties with appropriate. Remember, you create through the power of thought. Everything passes. In a turbulent time, unexpected benefits emerge.
You know what's kind of weird about that too was we're going back and forth. Like, wait, whose card was that supposed to be? Whose card was that? Well, they got the same card anyway.
Yeah, it's weird. And,
So they both are meant for it.
With a stack of cards here. It's crazy to pull the same one twice, especially after knocking them all over the floor and sitting here shuffling them, and they're still some are forward, some backwards.
Yeah. Who said it? Yes, I wanted a pop up, but not the whole dang deck. Craig got the Chariot, upright, movement, progress, action, integration, determination, willpower, control, direction, departure, and courage. The Chariot signifies forward movement and progress through determined action. It embodies control, willpower, and direction, symbolizing a departure towards a goal with courage and integration of opposing forces. But you guys look up the Biddy, if you want to look up the Biddy Tarot. Y'all were upright. John was the only reverse so far.
Titty Tarot, what?
Biddy Tarot.
Titty Tarot going on.
Titty Gaga. They've got really good stuff in there, and usually you can find at least like a sentence that really stands out and applies to you better than the descriptions in like this little book.
Anybody else need a card? Did we get everybody? Speak it now.
I want to give John a different one or another card, because when I pulled his, I didn't feel like it was actually all the way meant for him. It kind of stuck behind another one. And I thought, I didn't feel like confident about that card. So I was wanting to do another one.
Now I pixelate where I can read. Now I'm all blurry. Oh well.
This one is the reverse. V 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 of Swords. Reverse, self-limiting beliefs, inner critic, releasing negative thoughts, opening to new perspectives, self-acceptance, and freedom. So I say that was 8 of Swords. You can see which one resonates with you better, or maybe there's a little bit um, for both. Upright, the Eight of Swords depicts a state of being trapped. Oh, wait, we said it was reversed. When reversed, this card indicates a shift towards liberation from self limiting beliefs. It suggests a journey of releasing negative thought patterns, embracing self acceptance, and opening up to new, free perspectives. I think, did Janice? I have some rune stones. I have some really cool ones. They're jade. I got them last Christmas. John's asking about your meat diet. Did everybody
How's my meat
get a card?
going? Marvis Parvis wants one. You want a crystal card or a tarot card from Jamie?
Give her a crystal card.
And the meat diet's going good. My weight loss is like, it fluctuates a little bit. It's still on a slow downslide, but I feel good. And it's still going great. I was talking to Jamie about it before the show, even though it seems to have made me blurry. The meat diet's going good. Everything's a blur. No, it's going good. I was talking about, I don't have cravings for like junk. I just eat meat, butter, eggs, chicken, fish, red meat, and occasionally some pork. But yeah, we went to this little place called, what the hell is it called? It's called, what is it called? I can't remember. It's a little local butcher shop and coffee shop here in St. Augustine. And we got a whole chicken, St. Augustine raised organic chicken. And we got 7 big sausages. Got 4 Italian milds. I got a a daddle pepper sausage, and 2 garlic and Parmesan sausages. And damn, they were the best sausages I've ever had. I'll be going back and getting more. It's the local butcher. I just cooked them in a pan, sauteed them up.
Do you cut them up?
I cooked these whole and then cut them up. But man, they were good. Holy mackerel, they were good. The hamburger was, it was a local fresh ground meat. It was a brisket burger. They were okay. They weren't like, super good, but man, the sausages are freaking unbelievable, I thought. Anyways, Marvis Farvis wants a crystal card. Or you just want a card and you're getting a crystal card. Okay, here goes. It is the one that doesn't want to come out. It better not be Shibbolingam again, I can tell you that. If it is, I'm going to throw the deck down on the floor again. It's Flint. Don't drink the water in Flint, Michigan. That's what I heard anyways. Let's see what it says about ye old Flint. I know they used to use it to do all kinds of things with, Native American style. Flint is portal power. Flint stabilizes energy and cuts through the core of issues, clearing blockages and loosening ties. It opens portals to other worlds and hidden aspects of yourself. The self-understanding for Flint is you are a person with profound inner depths. Do not be afraid to explore the hidden side. It contains treasure beyond your knowing. Together with what is that word? It's kind of blurry. Together with attitudinal karma, I think that's what it says, and repossessed emotions affecting well-being. First, Flint connects you to your ancestors. A natural traveler, you know how to negotiate the shamanic underworld to obtain healing insights. The divination for Flint is strengthen your boundaries, cut through confusion to the core of the matter. Soul retrieval is necessary. If you left any part of yourself in another life or an abuse childhood experience, an unwelcome visitor from the past can be left behind, but recognize lessons before you move on. There's some deep meanings tonight. Cards be getting all serious on us. I guess they're like, that's what you get.
Yeah.
Throw us on the floor. So hopefully these cards and those that Jamie read hit some sort of meaning to all those involved.
Ooh, she says wowers to the max. Wowzers.
So cool. I guess we're about to head on out of here. It's 2:06 a.m. What? It's 2:08 a.m. my time. Here
3
in,
minutes from
oh, that's right.
second 11:11 for the day.
So thanks for hanging with us on this first day of 2025. I keep wanting to say 2005. That would make more sense in my head than 2025. It's like, man, where did the last 20 years go? I'm confused. I really am. I don't know. How did I get to be as old as I am? That baffles me as well. But hey, still glad to wake up in the morning. That's a gift. So I'm not going to complain, I suppose. But yeah, thanks for spending your first year of the day, or first day of the year, depending on how you want to look at it, with us, Jamie and myself. And seems like we were here last year, a year ago, but okay.
It goes that way.
Yeah, strap your seatbelts in. Strap yourselves in with your seatbelt, or fly your freak flag out the window and drive with no seatbelt. That's how I roll. But it's going to be interesting next couple of weeks.
Stay vigilant.
What do you think? UFOs, more bombs, crazy weather. What do you guys think's going to be next on the agenda? Aliens? Come inside and make pancakes. Drink syrup straight out of the bottle. More sugar water.
Ooh, we're getting warnings about the bird flu pandemic, and then this other disease thing that they want to come out with.
Yeah, speaking of bird flu,
norovirus or something. You're talking about norovirus going around.
Yeah, monkeypox. Speaking of bird flu, you said they were like having a shortage of eggs out there in Cali. I was like, no. It's like, oh no, we got plenty of eggs here. Well, then I usually get my eggs at Costco. Well, Costco had a huge egg recall. So I'm not getting eggs at Costco. So I was in the store the other night, and I usually get a case of 60 eggs or so. The price had gone up to like $20 for 60 eggs, and then I go in there to get a case of eggs the other night, and there weren't no damn eggs on the shelf. None. There was like 3, 4. No, there was 5 dozen eggs. I bought 2 No, I take it back. There were 6 dozen eggs. I bought 2. Some other lady bought 4, and there was 1 left on the shelf that I left just because I figured I'll leave them for somebody else. They would look pretty not so great, anyways. But then there was no egg on the shelf.
Lucky's didn't get shipments for 2 weeks. And so when I asked her, she says, well, we get them Saturdays and they're usually gone by like the morning, but then they didn't get it. I found out they used, because Safeway has a farm, Lucky's gets her eggs from Safeway. I'm like, I'm just going to Safeway. And I got eggs at Safeway. This Saturday, Lucky's got eggs. We were there in the evening. There were still eggs. And then by Sunday, the eggs were gone. So the eggs did last like 2 days. They weren't gone like right away. But they're saying this could go through like mid next year.
Wow. John says the next crazy thing is Melania Trump will come out saying she has 3 breasts. Hey, 3 breasts wouldn't offend me.
Yeah.
One more extra one, you know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Egg prices are rising, that's for sure. Yeah, it's have farmers that are friends. Yeah, there's people down the road. See, I've found people here that sell eggs, you know, fresh local eggs. And, you know, you do got to pay a little bit more for them than, you know, the ones you get at the grocery store, which is,
Yeah, but it's different.
yeah, definite better. But nobody can seem to keep up.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll tell them, yeah, I'll take 36 eggs. And they're like, what? I'm like,
Yeah, like my little chickens only get so many a day, dude.
3 dozen? I'll take 3 dozen a week. What? Who buys that? It's like, dude, do you want to sell eggs or you just got a few here and there you want to like pawn off on somebody?
I think that's what it is because like there's people even around, like I have a friend, she's got a whole, you know, Stephanie, I told you about her. She's got chicken. She does it right. She's a Madero. But then like there's people around here that have chickens in the garages and we're like, you know, we could ask, but I'm thinking, you know, chickens only do so much. And if people have leftover eggs, they're going to be giving those to like their like family or someone else that really needs them. They don't have like a full on chicken operation going on to where like everybody can hit them up for chickens. Now, when we get into the bartering system, you know, when we go into the dollarless, paperless dollar world and all that, we'll have to, you know, barter when, you know, they say we can't take money out, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
And then we'll have to trade. Like, I'll give you, you know, 3 rounds of ammo for, you know, half a carton of eggs, whatever it comes out to.
Yeah, if the egg situation keeps getting funky around here, my ass is going to be getting some chickens, building a chicken coop. Why not? I do go through a lot of eggs.
Do it, but you start out slow and learn as you go. I just know she always has problems like when it gets really stormy and like wet. If it leaks and like it's a disgusting shit mess.
Oh yeah.
And then you have to make sure other things are not getting into the coop or the cages.
Yep.
But she gets different kinds of chickens and always has different color eggs. They're so cute. Like she'll like a big kind of bluish one, little Tiffany green ones, little brown eggs. Like the little egg basket looks so cute.
Color
people
coded.
say nothing tastes like, and then she had some goose eggs.
Yeah, I mean, I like, you know, getting fresh, like, you know, fresh eggs from right from the chicken. I mean, of course they all come. You know what I'm saying, though, from your neighbor down the road, whatever. Because yeah, they are better. They are, you know, the yolks are nice and yellow. They're not
yolks are, like
runny shit you get from the store. Yep, same with me, Craig.
But we just
Roll
gotta
eggs. Yeah, they
take
sell
what we
quail
need.
eggs too. Anybody had quail eggs? I always see them in the store, but they're like tiny little things. I'm like, how many of those you got to eat to like?
I've seen Chef Ramsay use them, and what they do is they'll have like a burger or something, and then they'll fry a little quail egg to put on top of the burger,
Okay.
stuff like that. But I've never had one.
They sell them in the pet shop here, but they're not for people. They're for lizards to eat. Suppose you could eat them if you really want to. But yeah, duck eggs. Yep. Well, cool. I'm going to egg my ass on out of here, and we'll see y'all again next week for Weird Wednesday. Thanks for hanging out with us as always. Thanks for spending the first day of the new year with us. And we appreciate each and every one of you. And you guys take care. Have a great week. And we'll see you next time on Weird Wednesday.